Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and I have, well, a really bad glare. Hold on, it's going to be noisy, but I'm going to shut my mini blind here. There we go. Now I got rid of the glare. But I have a really cute project for you today. That I did a shoebox swap yesterday with my good friend Terry Kaspari hosted, and there was a few of us there. If you watch my videos, you know I go to this swap once a month. It's called Kindred Inkers, and it was like our Christmas party. We did a shoebox swap where you bring everything to make your card, and then you each make each other's cards. So it was fun making cards, sitting down, chatting, social up, doing stamping stuff, which is always fun. But before I get down to showing you my project, I want to show you the cards that we made at the shoebox swap and remind you to keep an eye out your mail. If you're a customer of mine, you should be getting the mini catalog and the celebration catalog in the mail the end of this month. So I just don't want those to get, past you. Make sure you keep an eye out. Those are in the mail and coming soon. And there's a lot of fun stuff in there that we'll be using really soon. And celebration, if you're not familiar with that, you place an order and you get free stuff. You get rewards for placing orders, so we can get into that later. But like I said, I just want to make sure you knew that that's in the mail pretty soon. So let me show you the cards. So this one here is Linda Bettinger, and she's Integrity Ink. You can find her here, well, not here if you're on Facebook, but on YouTube. And this was her card. Look how pretty that was. And so, like I said, I made her cards, so all of them weren't exactly the same. I think she had a little knot up here. I like the little bow down here, but that beautiful poinsettia paper, the Lights of Glow stamp set, it's just a really pretty and pretty simple to make. Look how pretty, and that's more of that ribbon wrapped around that little paper, strip of paper down there. But that was Linda's. Like I said, she's Integrity Ink. You can find her on YouTube, sorry. This one is Cindy's. I don't think Cindy has a online presence anywhere, but look how cute. Using that Cottage Wreath Designer Series paper, I believe that's called, and the Cottage Wreaths to make a really cute yellow kind of fall card. And the Designer Series paper with a strip on the inside. So that was Cindy's card. That was fun. Cindy had everything stamped and cut for us. All we had to do was slap it together. The shoebox swap was really fast because everybody was totally prepared. And then this one was our host. That's Terry. She has like a manly touch to her. I hope that doesn't offend Terry. But look how cute and simple again that card was. Just a quick happy birthday card. I love that one too. I like the little twine wrapped around to give it just a little bit of character there. All right, and then this one is Denise's. Before I go on though, Terry does the stamp camps with me. So when you hear me talk about my stamp camps and stuff, that's what Terry and I do, stamp camps. Plus, she's my upline. I'm part of her team. Anyway, that's how I get invited to these. Okay, let's just keep going. So this is Denise. Look now, Denise's isn't a card. It doesn't open. It's a postcard, I guess you'd call it. But look how this slips out and you could write your greeting on the back. And look how pretty that is. And I knew I'm going to forget what the name of this is a pre-order thing. This is in that catalog that's coming in the mail. Well, this die set is here, and I believe this is too. This paper, you can order it now. It's while supplies last. But that's a really pretty card, and just a little bit of a different way of doing a card instead of open and close. Okay, and then this one is Kathy Hansen. Now, Kathy Hansen, I do the stamp camps with her too. She has a blog, and right now, off the top of my head, I can't remember what her blog is called. I'll put the description or a link in the description so you can find it there. But look how cute. Taking that little bear from the annual catalog and the stars from the mini catalog, I believe, and turn it into a really cute Christmas card. So that was Kathy's card. And then Kathy threw in a little bonus project of this cute little elf, or not elf, that's an owl. And it's a bookmark. So you put it on, it's got the little magnets here, and you can do that. Now, does anybody remember this die? This one was Stampin' Up's first dies, which I think is called the Top Note. And that is a long time ago die. But look how cute that little owl. That was fun to make too as a little bookmark. And then the last card, which is my card. So this is what my card looked like. It's like that, a really simple card. I cased it from somebody off of Pinterest using those aspen dies. Love that with the little deer coming out of the forest. I don't know. I thought it was a really cute, simple, but they seemed to like it, so it was nice. Well, I thought it was okay for my swap of my card. But then I went ahead and I took everybody a little box of caramels. I went to a craft fair and I met the lady by the name of Teresa. She does these, well, oh, I shouldn't put her phone number on there. Sweet Dream Confections, that. And she makes the best caramel. So I went and I bought some extra caramel from her, and I made a little treat box for everybody using these Stampin' Up envelope treat boxes. Now these, I was like, yeah, these are okay, but then after I played with them a while, they make a really nice box. They come with these gold seals like this. Now I didn't use those, but I'll find another project probably for those to use on those. But I'm going to show you how I decorated and used my little box. It has all the score lines on here, so we're just going to go and fold first of all on those score lines. You get 10 in a package, and right now, to be honest with you, I can't remember how much the package of them was. They're in the mini catalog, but I have been informed that they're going to carry over to the next catalog, so it'll be something that you can get from Stampin' Up. Not only now, but in the future too. So just like that, I've just scored on all those score lines, or I filled. They're all folded. My score lines are all folded. And then I'm going to just take these backings off of these sticky parts here. And just fold that up. Try to make my corners nice and stiff or straight. Like that. Let's do the same thing over here. And just like that, you have the cutest little box ever. I think it's one of my favorite boxes. Oh, I tore it apart from Stampin' Up. Like that. Let's put this one back together. I got all heavy-handed and got it. Oh, that's why, because I got to put some pressure in here. Now there's also a slit right here. So when you close the box, that one side, and if it cooperates, of course it's not going to cooperate now, but it slides right in there onto there. And then these notch, and I'll tell you what, be careful, because if you get a heavy hand, you can tear your box. They're a nice quality, but I don't know, I'll be honest with you, I tore one of my boxes. I wasn't very happy because I got too muscle bound and it messed up my box. But anyway, so that's what the box looks like. Now let me show you how I decorated it. I have just a bunch of scraps of paper here. This is Poppy Parade just because it's the same color as my designer series paper. This is the Santa Expression designer series paper, the one with the packages, and then the back is just that green and Poppy Parade on the back there. I'm going to cut this down. Let me find my paper trimmer. The last thing I do have is a piece. This is a 1-inch strip by 10. I'm going to use that for the belly band later. But I'm going to cut my paper. Well, first, no, I'm going to cut my paper first, which I probably shouldn't have done. I should have done everything first, but it's okay. Designer series paper, since my box is 1 inch tall, it's 3.5 inches long and 2 1/4 inches wide. So I want my designer series paper to be 2 3/4, nope, that's not right, 3/4 inches wide. There we go. And I need 2 of them for the long, because for the 2 long sides. Boy, I wouldn't trust anything I'm saying right now. As soon as I'm done with my video, I'll go over to my website and put all the measurements on there and check those to make sure that my mouth is saying the right words, because I don't think I did. This piece here, now since our box is 3.5, I'm going to cut these down to 3 1/4. And I even cut this one wrong already. See, like I said, go check my blog. These are going to be 3 1/4 for the sides, because my blog, becreativewithkathy.com, will have all the correct measurements on there. At least, Lord, I hope so. Okay, then we're going to cut this one down to 3/4 of an inch. Again, this is going to be for the ends. And then this one is going to be exactly 2 inches, because it's 2 1/4, so we're taking 1/4 off each side. So they're going to be 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Now I think all those measurements are right. And then we need one more piece of designer series paper, and I'm going to cut that again at 3/4 of an inch. This would be a good way to get rid of those scraps. And then we said my box is 3.5, so I'm going to just cut this down to 3 3/8, like that. So now I'll show you what I do with that. So now let's cut down the other layers, and I probably should have done this before, but and we'll just sit and chat and have a good time. I'm gonna make sure it's long enough. I'm gonna cut this one down now to 7/8 of an inch. This is gonna be the layer under the designer series paper. And remember again, our box is 1 inch, so this 7/8 will just leave a little bit of border right there. And then I'm gonna cut this one down at 3 3/8. And you know what, I don't like this end, I'm gonna cut this end off. So I'm gonna go to 1/2 inch and then just go back 1/8, and that will make, let's see if I cut it right. Drum roll, please. Nope, there, now it's all right. It's got that perfect little border there. Let's cut another one for the long side. So first thing I'm gonna do is cut it at 7/8, and then I'm gonna cut it again at 3 1/2, less 1, so 3 3/8. Now for the sides, I'm gonna cut it again at 7/8. Let's see if we can get, I don't think we can get 2 sides out of this size paper. And then I'm gonna cut this one at 2 1/8, because the last one, or the designer series paper, was 2 inches and we wanted 1/8 of an inch bigger. Let's see how I did. Yep, and that's gonna look just perfect. Okay, so let's cut one more. Is this one I just cut down? Nope, I found a scrap. We'll just use this scrap. And then 2 1/8. Okay, now I think I have all my paper cut. So now we'll just, now I would do some stamping, but I've done some stuff in advance. So this little paper pumpkin kit, this is, I'm trying to think. It's not November, so it must be October's paper pumpkin. Had this adorable little Santa Claus in there. So I'm going to use him. And I would take him with some Memento ink, because I'm going to color him with Stampin' Up Stampin' Blends. And that's, you always use the Memento ink with the Stampin' Blends. There we go. And then I'm going to just color him real quick, because our paper is Poppy Parade. I'm going to use my Poppin' Parade, my Poppy Parade dark Stampin' Blend, and just quickly color that little hat. There. And then I'm gonna, well, you know, I'm gonna color a little bit more, get it even here. There we go. And then a little bit, I'm gonna use this number 800. This is in the, oh, I always forget what these are called. What are these called in the color or skin tone blends? Is that what they're called? I don't know, but it's number 800 in there. He's a nice pale Santa Claus here, but he lives in the North Pole, so he doesn't have a lot of sun. And then I'm gonna take my dark, this is dark Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to take that bullet tip and I'm going to just give him some pink on his cheeks right there. And then last, and certainly not least, I'm going to take this, these are this enamel, what is this called? Pearlized enamel effects. I love this stuff, and I'm going to just give him a cute little, now if it's the first time, tell you real quick, I'm going to try to find a scrap of paper. Here we find one of these little ones here. If it's the first time you're opening your bottle and using it for that day, you got to kind of burp it. You got to make sure there's not air in there that's going to make your, you know, like mess up your little run of enamel. So I'm going to practice on a little bit of paper first, and then I'm going to go down to his nose here. And really, honestly, I wouldn't do it in this order at all, because what I would do is I would stamp my little Santa Claus, and then I would go over to my brother Scan and Cut, and I would have him, the machine, cut out all those little Santas, because look how cute and how fast. I mean, if you like to fussy cut, which I really do, it wouldn't be hard to fussy cut him out. But since I'm going to make a bunch of these, I did use my brother Scan and Cut, and this stamp is perfect to use with the brother Scan and Cut. Now, if you don't have a brother Scan and Cut, like I said, you could just fussy cut him out, no problem, lickety split. But I would never, ever, like, discourage someone from buying a brother Scan and Cut. And I'm trying to think if this is, look, I have a bunch of them here that I've already done. And look how cute they are when you get all those little Santas. And now I have those to use on projects just whenever I want. Okay, so we're going to use the little Santa Claus. And let's start putting stuff. Oh, I'm going to put this in the trash before I get that all over my hands. Putting these together. Get a little bit of tape. Now, like I was saying before, I don't know if you watch my videos, but you know, or if you do, you've heard in the past that me and my brother in Scan and Cut were not getting along. And I was really discouraged, and I thought, oh, brother, that, you know, I'm going to have to start fussy cutting everything, and I won't be able to use it. But I called Brother Scan and Cut, or whatever the name of the company is, and they got me the right mat. So I bought a new mat, which now that I think about it makes sense, because I'm sure the mat gets used. I've used mine a ton, and all I did was replace my mat, and it's like a brand new machine again. There was nothing wrong with my machine. It was all my mat. And so I'm guessing every few years I'll have to buy another mat for my machine. But I think the Brother Scan and Cut is worth the money that you pay for the machine. Okay, enough selling the Brother Scan and Cut, because, well, I do. Maybe I'm getting lazy in my old age rather than cutting everything out. Now let's do the Brother Scan and Cut. Okay, so these are all the ones that I layered in there, right? There we go. And these here, this we'll use later. This is the one that was 3 3/8, and these are the ones that were 3 1/4. I think. I don't go to my blog, like I said. A little adhesive on the back. These are the ones we're going to decorate the sides of our box. So throw that right there, and look. Okay, fine. Look how cute that looks on the side of the box. I'm going to just keep going around. And I'm not being too stingy with my adhesive. I hate for it to come off, and I really don't want the sides of my box, or my belly band, to get hung up on the sides of my box. So I'm going to just keep going here. Boy, I'm all thumbs today. Nothing's going smooth. It's all right. Just keep going. On this side. One more. And now we have like the cutest box ever, just like that. Okay, now let's make the belly band. So what I'm going to do, and like I said, I believe this is 1 inch by 10 inches, and I'm going to just start so it's in the center here, and I'm going to kind of take my time and make my belly band not very tight. I want it to be able to slip off, especially after I put that taffy or the caramel in there. Ooh, I wonder if I called it taffy earlier. It's caramel, but I want there to be lots of room to slip that belly band on and off my box. So when I make my belly band, I'm going to make sure it's pretty loose. And I'm going to just pinch it as I go along, and then fold it tight with my bone folder here. So far, so good. A little bit more here. Because usually I don't think I'm quite as picky with my belly band. I just throw it on there. But like I said, this time I want to give a little bit extra room for that caramel that's going to be inside. That is really good. Teresa does a great job with her caramel. And then, like I said, I bought it at a craft fair. And you know when you buy caramel and you wait for it to get hard, and it's just not as good anymore because it's so soft and chewy. And it never did. It's just, I tell you, I enjoyed that caramel like way too much. Okay, so now I have my belly band here, right? It's not too tight. It's going to slip on and off. And then I'm going to put a little bit of tape on this side here. And then on the back here. So that way, if you can see, I have the tape here and then the tape here. And when you put it on your box, it's going to have the two sides just right, and you just slip that down. Wait, it's not, I got to get a little tighter than that. Now I'm too loose with my belly band. There we go. It still slips off nice and easy, but yeah, it looks really good. So then this little strip here, now I'm going to just set it on there to make sure, but this is the little strip that's going to kind of hide that little seam. Now the Santa Claus is going to hide the rest of it, but it's going to look better when we put this down atop that belly band. And you can use the box to be like your tabletop, so you can work and get it nice and flat on there like that. Cute, right? Okay, let's go ahead and put the Santa on there. So I'm going to just take some dimensionals, and I'm not going to skimp on there. I'm going to try to get the center. I'm going to actually use 4 because I have a feeling they might tug on my Santa Claus to get the belly band on and off. So I want to make sure it slips on, or stays on there nice and firm. Okay. Well, oh, it's already off here. I'm trying to pull the dimensionals backing. That's already off. And then the little Santa Claus right there. Is that not adorable? Look how cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and check it out and see how it works. I'm going to go ahead and open my box. I have some more of the last of my box of caramel here. Whoops, because I was snacking on them last night and I had to stop myself. They are so good. But anyway, okay, here's my caramel, and in this box fits about 6 of them. Like that. Put that notch back on that tip and get this to shut. A little bit of persuasion, maybe. Now that my box is full, it's really hard to get. There we go. Get shut. Okay, I'm going to set it this way and slide that belly band back on, making sure that Santa doesn't get caught on that closure part there, or my belly band. And there you go. Look how cute. Now, all that little piece, those little pieces of designer series paper that you have laying around, you could use those up. Anything could go right here. In fact, let me show you, because a friend of mine has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Mary. So I decided to give her some caramel, and I used that little Hues of Happiness designer series paper. I cut it out and I just layered it the same way and did a little pink one. This is the happy birthday. I thought I had the stamp set right here. Oh, I do. Here, looky, here it is. Nope, maybe, yes I do. But that little happy birthday, I just separated the happy and the birthday and stamped it right down here with some Versamark, and he embossed that white on there. I think she's going to be really happy. Just a little small gift. Mary and I don't normally exchange gifts for birthday, but I thought I'm going by her house to take her Christmas present there. She's part of my downline, and I always like to give my team a Christmas present. So I thought when I run her Christmas present over there, I'll just drop in and give her a little birthday present too. But there you go. That's what I wanted to show you, the little box that I made for all the guests at the shoebox swap. Check out the shoebox cards that we made. Loved spending time just stamping and chatting with women was always fun. Alrighty, that's what I have for you today. Now, hey, I want to warn you, I have another shoebox on Saturday, this coming Saturday. So I'll be sharing those cards on Monday. I'm doing the same card that I did at the last shoebox at this shoebox because there won't be the same people there. But maybe I'll go ahead and show you how I made this card on Monday. Alrighty, enough rambling on. You have a great week, and I'll see you back here next week. Take care. Bye-bye.